All right, everybody, welcome in. My name is Jake. I go by JRideFlips here on social media. I am a full-time eBay, Poshmark, Mercari reseller. I sell stuff online that I get from thrift stores and garage sales and flea markets and Facebook Marketplace and all that good stuff. I'm going to show you guys how I ship all of my orders. Typically, I have employees do this for me, but I told them they can take the day off, and I will be doing this live for you guys because I did it myself for the first year of my business. If anyone in the chat can let me know if you guys can hear me well. I'm not sure if this is the best angle, but I think that it's going to be a pretty decent video. One of my most common asked questions is how do I ship golf clubs, how do I ship big electronics, how do I ship all those things. So I thought I would just show you guys. I have a few videos, but sometimes they're hearing you loud and clear, so I'm talking about. So a lot of times I have these videos of how to ship remotes and how to ship electronics and how to ship baseball and golf clubs. But I guess those videos are sometimes hard to find because I get asked every single day of my life how to ship things. So I'll go ahead and I'll just show you guys how to ship things. So these are just my orders from the last, what time is it? It's about 1 o'clock and we finished up shipping yesterday at 4. So these are just all my orders from the last 21 hours. I think we have 21 things to ship out. So that ends up being about 1 sale per hour. So that's pretty decent. We'll start with this that actually sold on Bonanza. Shout out Kevin, the Commonwealth Picker. I hear he is the CEO and president of Bonanza. It's what I hear. It's a rumor. Probably isn't true, but that is what I hear. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this shipped. So this will be fun because the majority of you have never done a Bonanza order also. So we're gonna go ahead and get this packed up. Got our handy dandy bubble wrap here. Let me know. Oh, sweet. I think this is gonna be a great angle. You guys can see exactly what I'm doing and how I ship things. And then if you guys have any questions about eBay, about Mercari, Poshmark, about, thrifting, garage sales, anything of that nature, you can go ahead and put them in the chat. And then as I'm shipping things, I'll be explaining to you kind of the process. So I just bubble wrapped it widthwise. I'm going to stand it up, and I'm going to bubble wrap it again this direction. I ship out these canisters all the time, almost daily sometimes. Sorry, I'm just grabbing my tape here. Did you guys remember to order your tape if you have eBay stores? Because the coupon just expired. Okay, we'll rip this off. I'm gonna just put a decent little strip of tape here. I'm sure that all of the noises sound amazing. Let's go ahead and grab a box. How's everybody doing? Where should I find these boxes? I get them all out of dumpsters. So I go to Smith's, which is my version of Kroger or Albertsons, and I get them out of there. I also get them out of Dollar Tree. Can I flip this? I don't think I can. That looks like a pretty good box. See how she fits. Oh, that's going to be amazing. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and ship this. Now, on Bonanza, which this was sold on, it is calculated. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this box down a wee bit as well while we're at it. I wish I could be playing some music, which I typically do while I'm shipping. But, YouTube, copyright. You know how it goes. So let's see. So I have this box. It's pretty much perfect. I'm just going to add just a little bit of newspaper on each side. We just got an offer on eBay For some Nike shoes, I want 42. They offered 36 plus shipping. We'll definitely accept that. Thank you very much. My wife got these shoes and never wore them. And so now we just sold them. All right. Just a little bit of this and that. How's everybody doing today? I hope sales are going well. My sales are good. You guys are gonna see here today. This is like probably the worst. This was like the worst day to do this video because I don't have like a ton of big items. This is a good example of one for you guys. But like a lot of the items that I'm shipping out today are like really small. But a lot of you guys have questions on how to ship sunglasses. It's like that, and I have plenty of those going out today too. All right, sweet. That is nice and packed up. Now I'm gonna grab my nice little tool here. Just a box cutter. This is Milwaukee. I also have a Husky one. You can literally just get ones from the dollar store. No big deal. Okay. So as you guys can see, that's nice and in there. But there's about 2 inches of box. So what I'm gonna do is to save money, I'm just gonna resize this real quick. So all I'm doing is just cutting where the corners mix. Then we're gonna go ahead and pull these 2 down and then just keep it shut. Not sure how that sounds, if that's enjoyable or not. Hopefully it's not too bad. But yeah, so I think I got a little sidetracked. So my sales, I'm still getting about 1 every single hour across all the platforms that I use, which is eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, and now Bonanza. Hey, thank you for the likes on YouTube and Facebook. I appreciate that. Hope you guys are enjoying this content. Never done a live shipping video before, but so many people ask me how I ship things. I thought it would be appropriate. All right, so now that we have that, we're just gonna fold these over. Okay, and now I'm gonna take this and I'm going to cut through and then get rid of these excess pieces. Okay. Boom, we're good to go there. Now again, I'm just going to slice these corners so that way it lays flat. I'm gonna do that to all 4 corners. It's laying pretty close to flat already on the back, which is nice. Okay, but this is going to allow me to just have it taped down further. So that way there's not those huge air pockets in there. Okay, side 1 complete. There we go. Now we just really want to make sure she's down and taken care of. These you can tape down or just slice off. And then just tape right here again real quick. And yeah, I think this is going well. Let me see if I can answer some more questions. Do you pay for tracking on shipping? I've had about 5% of my sales say they didn't receive it. Yes. Go through the platform you are using. Whether it's eBay or Mercari or Poshmark, all of those platforms have tracking and discounts on the shipping. So you want to go through the platforms And that way you're protected, because just this week I have had 4 people that say, hey, this never arrived, and the tracking showed that it did. So I was able to use the tracking to say that it had arrived, and then I got to keep my money. So yeah, you definitely want to be able to do that. All right, let's see. We're going to buy a shipping label here on Bonanza. Shout out to Kevin. All right, let's see here. We're going to buy the shipping label. All right, we're going to do USPS Ground Advantage. Now let's get out my handy dandy. This is 18 inches, so I'm going to add an inch. So that's 19. This is 10 inches, so I'm going to add an inch to make it 11. And then the height is 7 inches. I'm going to add an inch to make it 8. The reason that I do that, because if you're off in any direction, then they will charge you retail. We get anywhere from 20 to 70% off using eBay or Mercari or Pirate Ship. And if you are off by your measurements, then they charge you full retail. That is 3 pounds and 10 ounces. So what am I going to do? I'm going to put 4 pounds. All right. That is going to cost me $6.72. Purchase label. Plus 25 cents, because Bonanza does an extra 25 cents unless you put funds into your account. All right, download that PDF. I'm still kind of learning Bonanza a little bit. This is only the 8th thing I've sold on it, but I've sold 8 items on Bonanza just in what, 10 days? I've been using Bonanza for 10 days, so I'm averaging just under 1 sale per day. And I actually like Bonanza. It's extra sales. And the second that it sells on Bonanza, they immediately take it down off of eBay for you, which is really cool. So yeah, that's how you ship a Dyson vacuum canister. Now let's move over to Mercari. How are Mercari sales going for everybody? Let me know if you used Mercari before the change and if you're not still using it today. Are sales up or down or the same? Honestly, there hasn't been enough time to actually have a noticeable difference with it with actual data. So it's all just going to be purely anecdote and your attitude. But yeah, let me know if sales are better, the same, or worse. And then if you weren't selling on Mercari, but now that they have free seller fees, are you now shipping on Mercari? Let me know. All right, let's go here to my sales. First up, we have this KitchenAid. This sold for $15 plus shipping. So after the non-existent Mercari fees, I will make $15. On the majority of my on anything under 5 pounds that fits in a 12 by 12 by 5 box, I select Mercari's shipping usually through FedEx. So this is charged $8.99 to ship, which is a fair rate. And then anything over 5 pounds, I ship my own, and I do it through Pirate Ship. Okay. So we just did that direction. Now we're going to go the other direction. We can go 2. Excellent. A lot of people ask me, where do I get my bubble wrap? Do I have an affiliate link? I do not. I type into eBay bubble wrap, and the first thing that comes up is what I buy. It's at a fair rate. Sometimes it's like Supply Hut. Sometimes it's a different company. It's just I just buy from whatever eBay spits out at me, and it's usually $70 for 4 rolls, for 2 rolls this big, and I buy 4 at a time. So every time I buy bubble wrap, it's $140, and I usually do that about every 2 weeks, 2 weeks or so. Let's go get a box. Looks like it's going to be, there's all my boxes and stuff and this whole front thing. I think this is a 8.5. Again, I got like 700 of these out of a dumpster for free. I've been using them for the full time I've been an eBay business owner. And the stack is still healthy, but it's almost gone. It's gone from 700 down to only like 40. All right, let's see if this box is going to work. It might be a bit too small, but we'll see. Do you ship international? What are your thoughts? Absolutely. I ship international, which means I ship to eBay. We just sold a food processor bowl. Okay, so those Nike shoes sold and that food processor bowl sold. So we'll include those in the video too. So now I think we're up to 23 sales in under 22 hours. So that's nice. Ooh, smaller than I thought. I'll be back in a second. I'm just gonna find, no, too many people will leave probably. I really appreciate you guys being here. This is really fun. I work retail PT and use the heavy home goods boxes and parts for, yeah. Yeah, that's good stuff. This looks like a good old box. No, that's not tall enough though. Would have been perfect, but she's not tall enough. How about this guy? Yep, this guy looks great. Hey Jake, you should do a Starbucks hack video part 2. Jeff, have you seen the one I did on? Oh, you don't follow me on Instagram, do you? So I do those videos actually fairly often on TikTok. I did a Walmart one. The Walmart one did really good. All right. Let's go ahead and throw this in here. Excellent. Just a little bit. Actually, I'm just going to use, instead of what's it called? Newspaper. I'm just going to use a little bit of extra cardboard to tighten things up in there. And then just this little big thing of bigger bubble wrap will be perfect. Again, this, normally I would cut this down. Oh, looks like we also just sold a watch on Mercari for $89. Fossil watch, that's cool. If they, we'll include that in the video as well, maybe, if this doesn't go for 2 hours or so. Normally I would cut this to save an inch, but because this is Mercari and it's going FedEx, and as long as it is under 12 by 12 by 5, it goes for that rate. And this box is clearly under a 12 by 12 by 5. So, bone ski, that's good to go. Go ahead and print this one off. This mounts, not sponsored. Awesome. Saves my life. All right, we're going to open that label. And I'm going to print this. Now, FedEx is cool, but I have USPS and UPS come to my house every day to pick things up. FedEx, I do not. Because I usually only have one FedEx package going out, sometimes 2. But a lot of days I have 0. Okay. If you're not willing to do this, then don't ship it. Because everyone at those facilities, USPS, UPS, and FedEx, they do that. Also, I'll ship this later. They'll take this heavy thing in a box and they'll chuck it onto that box that I just threw. And sometimes it's a 45-pound receiver that just crushes that thing. All right, and I'm going nice and slow just so you guys can see the process. Normally I do this a lot faster, but you know. Let's go ahead and do this next Mercari order. This one is a little camera. Nothing big. I think it sold for $8. It sold for $8.88. Got this nice little bubble wrap here. Just gonna wrap it. 1, 2, and 3. And all right, looks like they're getting a bonus of 4. Now, here's where things get real controversial. You guys ready? Bubble wrap and a polymailer. Now, some people say you need to ship this in a box. And if you want to do that, that's okay. But I don't, and I ship out 20 plus items every single day. And have minimal returns. All right. Next up on Mercari, we have a remote control. Where's my IKEA bag? No, yeah. It doesn't matter ET camping if you handle them with care. The reason why us YouTubers don't handle them with care is to show you guys how they're being handled. They get thrown around. And so if you are not willing to throw yours around, it means you did not package it. You didn't package it well enough. So if you have something in your hand and you're not willing to chuck it, wrap it again. Because someone will chuck it for you. All right, next up is this remote control. Let's go ahead and find it. I wish Mercari had a, hey, here are your solds page. Sorry, Siri.
Okay.
Because sometimes finding your actual sold listing can be a bit tough. So the way I do it is I go to my notifications, and then I have to search through all of my notifications to find the item that actually sold. Here it is. This sold for $14. 1, 2, 3. Poly bag. Sure it's in there nice and tight. All right, looks like we're gonna have to go this other direction. I want to throw my Rollo and Dymo out the window. So many issues, but I get it. Can't find a guru anyway. I really like my Rollo. People say they have issues, but I've never encountered one. Another tip for things you buy is use the same brand. So like this Rollo, I definitely recommend buying Rollo 4x6 labels. If you just buy the cheapest labels you can find, that probably leads to issues with the printer. But if you use if you have a Dymo printer, use Dymo labels. If you have a Rollo printer, use Rollo labels, and all that good stuff. Because I believe people run into issues when you buy an Apple iPhone and then you use a Chinese charger. That's where people have a lot of issues. Okay, let's see here. All right, let's move over to the eBay. To the eBays. Yesterday we did $623.06. Today at 1 o'clock we are at $264.88. I've sold 10 items today, but they've all been small. My average sales price today is only $26.49. Let's see, yesterday, let's open up yesterday. Custom, April 2nd. So yesterday we sold 15 items and the average sales price was $41.50. Today we've already sold 10 items. It looks like we're going to sell more today than yesterday, but the revenue will be down because instead of $42 per item, we're only doing $26 per item. So if we get 10 more sales today, then we'll pass yesterday's total. If we go at the same rate, but the sales are smaller today. So I'm expecting just a $500 day or so on eBay. On eBay alone. Also gotta throw in Mercari and stuff. All right. A lot of you guys have questions about these bad boys. It's always nice when they have this little attachment in the back. Because then the cord stays a little closer. Okay. Here we go. This one, I don't do like a set, like 2 rotations or whatever. This is 3, 4, 5 feels pretty good on this one. Okay. We're going to do this again. Need more space. Oh, and just so you know, I actually sold these. Don't listen to the haters here on YouTube that say all my sales are fake. I don't know how people actually come to those conclusions. But it's not that bad here on YouTube. It's a lot worse on TikTok. Everyone's like, oh, he doesn't even actually say anything. This is all for views. Fun fact. In January, I made more money on social media than I did on reselling for the first time ever. But then on February, I made more money on reselling than I did social media. And then March, I definitely did way more. Sorry. I did way more on reselling than I did on social media. But that had to do with several different factors. But yeah, March was my lowest revenue month since I think March was my lowest revenue across J-Ride Content S Corporation. Let's see. Let me go to March. March, my eBay sales last month. Ooh, that's pretty rough. March, my eBay sales were $14,906, which is good. Nothing to complain about. But so I did 15,000 revenue on eBay. That is that's down 17%. And then Mercari, I think I did like 3,500 last month. Poshmark, I did like $600 last month. And then social media, everything combined, I think I only did like like 8,000 last month on social media. So yeah, I'm super transparent. A lot of people say I'm not. I don't say those numbers to show off or to pity or anything like that. Just letting you guys know. But yeah, I got nothing to hide. You guys want to know? If any of you guys think I hide anything in there and you want me to tell you guys anything, go ahead and put it in the chat. I'm so sick of Amazon returns. Ooh, Mark. Amazon returns are rampant. My my eBay returns are higher than they've ever been. I'm actually going to do a video on this soon. Everyone put in the chat. Everyone put in the chat, how many open returns do you think I have? Oh, hey, that's my sister. Hi. Everyone put in the chat, how many open returns do you think I have currently? Do you think it's 3? Do you think it's 8,000? Do you think it's 9, 12, 27, 10? You listed one of your blenders for $6,500, $1,600. Holy cow. Okay, I'll fix that. Thank you. 4, 8, 5, 17, 10. Oh, hi, dog. Okay, it looks like everyone thinks 0. Looks like everyone thinks I have around 10 to 15. This is the most I've ever had. It is currently 19. 19 open returns right now on eBay alone. It's pretty wild. And then I have one on Mercari right now. So I have 20 open returns. A few of those were fraud. Oh, I hate this word. Item has a new like. I hate that one. Let's see. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 of those 19 have already been returned, and I issued partial refunds because 4 of those 19 were actually fraudulent return fraud. I hate that word, which is also sky high for me. Usually I get like a bad return like that. Like I get something returned to me in a worse condition than I sent it. Probably 1 out of 80 returns or so. But this one was 4 out of 20. So yeah, that's high. Anyway, this is a shipping video. Let's go grab a box for this CD player. But yeah, in order to be a content creator, you can't let comments get to you. And I'm really good at that. Like, honestly, I don't let comments get to me. But lately, they have been ramping up. So I'm honestly a bit annoyed by some comments today. So they're affecting me slightly. Ah, crap. I don't think I have a very good box. Let's see here. That's just a little too big. And then I think this one is just a little too small. Sorry, guys. All sorts of noises. What comments? People are saying that like my whole social media and business is a mirage. My sales are fake. That I'm like misleading people about how much money I make and how much money you can make. But yeah. Ooh. Does this fit? Wow, this is like literally a 1/4 inch too small. But it is wide enough. So we're just gonna resize this bad boy real quick. Do you guys ever resize boxes? Is this something that you guys do? That's all it really takes. There we go. Now that fits nice and snug. Yeah, no additional wrap or anything needed. So now we'll cut it down. Fold these down. Uh-oh, where'd my tape gun go? Oh, there she is. Excellent. Fold these down. I'm actually just going to take these off right now. Yes, I realize some boxes is great. I use free ones at my retail job. Good afternoon. Can you tell me more about this Bonanza selling? First time I've heard of it. Yeah, so Bonanza is another reselling platform. You will not and cannot make a full-time living selling on just Bonanza. So I recommend having an eBay shop, an eBay store, and then you can cross-post all of your eBay listings to Bonanza. Bonanza has a software that you just put in your eBay information. It looks up your store, and then it transfers all of the items from your eBay over to Bonanza. And the coolest part about it is when something sells on eBay, they delist it for you auto-magically, which is awesome. So I sell about 15 items or so a day on eBay, sometimes more, sometimes less. And then I cross-list all of those items over to Bonanza. And I get about just under 1 sale per day on Bonanza. I've been on Bonanza for 10 days and I have 8 sales. So, and that's with 1,500 items in my eBay store. So, if I had 3,000 items and I kept the same quality and sell-through rate, then I would get about 2 sales per day on Bonanza. Yeah, I'm shipping very slowly with you guys, just having a good time chatting. This is actually really fun. I may do this video more often. Let's see here. Let me open this one up. All right, we just sold another food processor lid, so we'll ship that. We'll ship that as well. Name. Funny. This one. This one we're going to print label. All right, where is my handy dandy? See, this is what daily refinement talks about when he says have all of your stuff in one place to increase the. That is not who I wish that I was better at stuff like that. Because I probably waste a ton of time every single day being like, where's this? Or where's my box code? Or where's the tape gun? You know? All right, that one is 18 by 6. 18 by 6 by 13. 18 by 13 by 6. And again, it really was 17 by 12 by 5, but I just added 1 inch to everything, right? Okay. The buyer paid $18.35 for this. On USPS Ground Advantage, I am paying $9.70. Oh no. It says something is wrong, could not generate label. Just kidding. Easy. Just hit my listing goal today. That's what I'm talking about. Jake, can we get links to your store? It's 21 J Ride. It's in my YouTube. It's in my YouTube description. Not description. My I have a website called jrightflips.com that has a link there. It's also in my bio here on YouTube. Or you can just type in 21jride. 21JRIDE. That is my eBay store. All right. Let's get grooving on some more stuff. All right, so now the rest of this is all going to be off of Pirate Ship. That last one that I did, there was like some sort of issue with it, so that's why I did it on eBay. But now we're going to Pirate Ship, and we're just going to work our way up from the bottom. How many sales did you guys have yesterday? All right, first up, Disney Pixar Alberto Sea Monster. Okay, luckily a few more tougher things to ship have sold, because hopefully someone buys like a bat or a golf club while I'm shipping, so that way I can ship that out for you guys live. Because unfortunately there wasn't like a huge diversity of items that sold last night and this morning. So now a lot of this stuff is going to be like smaller and easier to ship, which is perfectly fine. This toy sold for like $10 plus ship. Got it for $1 whole. All right. Is this 8 ounces or 12? It's only 4 ounces. Skip diddly do. All right, we're going to go ahead and say this is a poly, and we're going to say that it's 12 by 4 inches. And then it's 4 ounces. This is going all the way to, let's see, it's $4.19, and it's going all the way to Zone 7. So this is going all the way to Cincinnati, Ohio, which is about 2,400 miles away from me. It's going for $4.19. That's a beautiful thing. I know that people complain about shipping rates, and they are just getting higher and higher and higher. I do wish they were lower, but there's nothing we can do about it. But just think about that. This is going 2,700 miles for $4. I know that's like high comparatively to what it has been. But wow. Modern technology, man. And it gets there in like 3 days tops. All right, we got a Thomas Pink shirt. I actually sold a lot of shirts and eyeglass frames today, which is great, because I'm trying to get rid of them. All right, guys, comment below. I have an idea. So I'm moving anywhere between the next 9 to 12 months, right? Should I sell everything and start over? Like, would that be good content? A lot of people always say, like, what would you do if you started over? Or, like, you should do a challenge where you start with $100 or something like that. What if I straight up sold everything? I just went to a couple resellers in town. A lot of resellers in town follow me, so they know that all my stuff is like fast sell-through rate and actually quality items. And I could just say, hey, I have, $200,000 worth of listed inventory. Give me 50 grand. Or, hey, I have $50,000 worth of listed inventory. Give me $12,000. And then just, boom, move to Northern Utah, go thrifting that first day, and then start listing and start my eBay business over. Is that something you guys would be interested in? Because it sounds a little scary, but it sounds really fun. I think this is only going to be like 10 ounces. Definitely would make great content. Yep, that's just over 8 ounces. So we're going to do 12. 175 people in here and only one person answered. So doesn't sound like it would be actually that great of content. But yeah, I think it would be pretty fun to just say like, hey, like, obviously I have more knowledge now than I did when I started. But like, I think that I could go from zero. I think that I could do $100,000 revenue in that location, starting from zero, in less than 6 months. Totally confident that I could do that. So maybe I could do like a race to $100,000 challenge. Because my first year doing eBay, I did more than 100,000. My first year doing eBay, I followed the daily refinement model, and I only sold on eBay. And I think I did 187,000 in revenue, and my cost of goods was under $3. So I did like, just over 100,000 net. But I think that I could do $250,000 in the first year. 365 days, scale it up to $250,000. I would also have my wife, and we would hire an employee in the first 3 weeks. And then I would just source and make content, and not including content, I would scale it to $250,000 revenue as fast as I could. And I think I could get there. I think I could get there in under 365 days. All right. I need to do better at like talking and shipping at the same time. Sold this Apple AirPod case. Let me see it. Let me see how you guys responded to that. Let's see. Okay, a lot more people responded, I think. Selling off your inventory would make moving a lot easier if that's true. Do what's best for you and your family. So honestly, I think that so I have a war chest. So the money that I'm currently making from eBay is nice, but it's actually, if I lost my eBay store and couldn't resell tomorrow, I'd be okay. Start from scratch. What size poly bag did you use to pack that clothing item? I think this is a I don't have to think, I can just measure it. I think it's like 11 and a half. Say 13 by 10. 13 by 10, and I use Gyro Pack. I'm not sure if my link is in the description or not. I'd love to buy some of your inventory, but I don't have thousands of dollars sitting around. We could work something out if you're close. I could sell off like $1,000 to you or $500. Does Pirate Ship offer envelope shipping, plain white envelope? No, they do not. So all of my cards I do on eBay, and then everything else I do on Pirate Ship. I was just thinking about moving with an eBay store. If you stopped buying more stuff, do you think it would keep up sales per day or drastically drop? Drastically drop for sure, because you have less items. So if you have 1,000 listed and you're selling 10 every single day, and then you stop listing, eventually you're going to get down to 840 items, and then you're not going to have as many items, so you're going to sell less. I would enjoy it. You're basically going to be posting the same things you do now. Yeah. Have you ever tried max sold auctions? I haven't. Rebuilding a store is harder than it seems. I would sell it and start over. How do you measure length, width, height? It's the longest, always the length. It doesn't matter. That's just math. 12 by 8 by 6 equals the same number as 8 by 12 by 6, or the same as 6 by 8 by 12, it's the same as 12 by 8 by 6. It all equals the same number. So I'm starting out from zero, if no other reason than further complicating from moving. It would be fun. It'd definitely be a challenge. Yeah, I think the content would be awesome. Okay, sweet. I think it would be really fun. We'll see what happens, because I'll also be able to, get some quick cash that will help with the move. And then I'm confident that I'd be able to build a quick business. So I really hope I have my link in the description. This is just Gyro Pack. Very tough shipping process here. You guys ready? 10% off in the link in my description. This is what I use for all my like AirPods and stuff. And then I already have that saved in Pirate Ship, 7x5, 2 ounces. So that's cool. So yeah, that's a lot faster process. It's just a couple clicks. I'm taking pictures of things to list. What up? What up? What's up? I'm Just Keith. That's another influencer that you guys should definitely be following. Focuses on electronics like I do, but also he's super heavy into video games. Guys, John Morant and his agent has parted ways. If you guys care. I really love basketball. It's one of my hobbies, one of my passions. All right, let's see what's next. Next up, we have a replica toy. For reasons that I don't agree with, I'm not going to say a certain word. But yeah, I'm also going to show this as least as possible. Oh, I need to grab another thing of bubble wrap. I was just curious about your routine around Poshmark Mercari giving you success. I'm actually doing a video on that tomorrow, so stay tuned. I think it's going to be a pretty rad video. I kind of break down. So I wake up at 5:30 every morning and drink some water, and then immediately get to work. And the first thing that I do every morning is I do customer service, and I cross list and all that stuff, and I launch my listings and all that stuff. So I'll be going into a lot of that question that you just asked in tomorrow's video. So stay tuned. It might be the next day, but I'm hoping to get that video out tomorrow. How long have we been going? 52 minutes. Wow. If it took me 52 minutes to do this many listings normally, I would have to make major changes to my business. Because shipping this slow ain't it, fellas. This one is bigger. This one is a 12 by 15. 12 by 15 poly. All right, so that's 12 by 5. And this is going to weigh, I believe, 1 pound, 2 ounces. 10 ounces, wow. All right. Let's check on some questions. Have you ever shown the setup where you take pictures? Yeah, you're looking at it. I do it on this table right here. Oh, oops. There you go. I do it on this table right here. And I have these studio lights. Oh, shoot. Sorry, guys. This is awful. No, I do not sell on Depop. That is correct. Do you wait for the post office receipt when you take your packages? No, I do not. I have USPS come to my house every day and grab my, usually anywhere from 12 to 20 packages go out USPS every day. I have all my digital receipts. Is Pirate Ship worth the money if you're just starting out, maybe 20 sales a day? Pirate Ship is free. So yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Pirate Ship is free. They don't charge you any money. All you do is you just, you pay for the labels. But you don't pay any additional money for the labels, and you don't pay a service fee for Pirate Ship. It's free. All right, let's see. We got some Laura Biogatti sunglasses, G261. These have been in my store for a very, very, very long time. I think these have been in my store for like 18 months or something like that. And they have gotten discounted. This was a bad buy when I was a much younger man. I gotta fix this a little bit. What label printer do you use? I use the Rolo, but it's not necessary. My dad, he does this same business as I do now. And he just got like I think it was like a 50, like it was like $54 off of Amazon. Sweet, nice and thick. You can't even see the sunglasses. And then I just put them in a Polymailer. You're going to see me do this about 7 or 8 times. Do you think retail arbitrage is viable to do on eBay if a person cannot travel more thrifting? So you just have to understand what's called race to the bottom. How long does it take for consistent sales? I started to get consistent sales my very first day on eBay. If you are selling Polo Ralph Lauren shirts and cassettes only, then you won't see consistent sales until you have about 1,000 listings. If you focus on in-demand, high sell-through rate items, you will begin to have consistent sales the very first day that you start. I had 3 same-day sales this morning where I listed it, and already by 1:35 my time, 3 items have sold. 8 by 4, 4 ounces. Question, do you ever not turn on best offers for listings? Nope. I have best offer on for everything. Any hypothesis why people watch items but never toss in an offer? Yes, those are your competitors waiting to see what your item sold for if they have the exact same item or similar. And then some people are really bad with money and they want to buy something for $80, but they don't have $80. So they watch it and they're like, oh, when I get paid in 14 days, if this is still here, I'll buy it. 14 days later, they get paid and they pay all their bills and they don't have $80 again. So they're like, oh, I'll buy it next month when I get paid. 1 month later, it comes around again. They still don't have $80. And then from then on, they just kind of forget about it. So that's also another reason that could be. But yeah, I send out offers every single day. I send out as many offers as I have available, which is usually around 50 to 70. And I definitely do not average 50 to 70 sales per day. So my offer acceptance rate, I send out 15% offers. And my acceptance rate is about 5%. So for every 20 that I send out, 1 person buys. Actually, I think it might be higher. I think it might be like 8%, between 5 and 10%, because it seems like about every 15 or so that I send out, people buy them. Mountain Hardwear jacket, size small. This sold for, I think, $14 plus shipping, and it is thin. Again, I don't put my clothing articles into a bag and then put them in another bag. I just put them in a Polymailer and ship them out. A lot of people go to war over that issue. If you want to spend money to put things in a clear bag and then put them in this bag, you can totally do that. It does enhance the customer experience. So in some cases, it is a good business move. For me, I deem it unnecessary, and I just ship them in a poly bag. My returns for people getting upset that I did not put them in a clear bag so far has been 0. But if you want to increase that customer service, while adding a step to your process and spending more money doing that process. It's totally up to you. I'm just a 28-year-old guy on the internet who sells stuff online, and you don't have to do what I do. You don't have to agree with it either. And if you do agree with it and you do it, personally, I think that is the best thing to do, and that's why I do it. All right, we got some Ralph Lauren scratched up sunglasses. What did these sell for? They sold for $14 plus shipping. These ones were listed for about 5 months. I bought these along with like 40 other pairs on eBay for like, I think it was after shipping and tax and everything, I think it ended up being like $39. So my cost of goods on these bad boys are like 92 cents. So after fees, bubble wrap, and these polymailers that I get for free, I'd say I made, I don't know, $9. $9 on this, more or less. Not bad. You guys saw that it took me about, I don't know, 48 seconds to ship. I mean, I guess I'm still shipping it technically. So we'll say it took me, I don't know, 1 minute and 10 seconds to ship that. Because I am done and on to the next one. Which the next one is some more Christian Dior sunglasses, which sold for $30 plus shipping. And I got these Dior sunglasses at a thrift store for $1. These are extremely scratched up. And when I say extremely, like I mean severely. How many of you are currently shipping? Advice: I am in the middle of acquiring inventory and starting my store. Packing and shipping is a worry. Wondering what percentage of your expenses are related to shipping. That first sentence scared me a little bit, if I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of people that acquire a ton of inventory at the beginning for this business who have never sold anything end up losing a lot of money because they don't know the actual how long it takes to sell things. And so they buy a lot of what they think is profitable inventory, but it takes significantly longer to sell than they think it will. But that wasn't your question. Your question is how much of my expenses are related to shipping. You got to learn. I have a few videos on this, and there's a lot of influencers who have videos on this. There's a lot of ways that you can pay significantly too much money on shipping, and there's ways that you can save a ton of money on shipping. So you want to make sure that you're getting the best rates possible. Once your shipping is optimized, it should be about 19, so we'll say 20% of your expenses. Mine is like 17.5. That's including what I spend on bubble wrap. Oh, my wife got me some treats. That's including what I spend on bubble wrap, and I get polymailers for free from Gyropack, and then I also get all of my boxes from dumpsters for free. So about 17.5 to 25%, and I would definitely shoot for 20%. So yeah, fees. My average fees on eBay are 13% because I sell a lot of cameras that are only 9% fees. And then a lot of the items on eBay are 13%, and then I promote at 2.6%. My average fee ends up being 13% each item. Did I print this? Have I not printed that yet? So yeah, so your shipping should be about 20%. My fees are 15%, and then my cost of goods is at about 12%. So if you add up all those numbers, that's about 42%. And then of course I have, you know, other expenses like racks. I don't spend any money on like storage because I just do it all out of my garage. But you could say that, hey, because you store your stuff in your garage, there's more wear on your vehicle because you have to park your vehicle outside if you want to get super technical about it. So I do have storage costs, whatever, things like that. We sold just this Maui Gym case only. I'm really hoping that someone buys a baseball bat or a golf club. But even if someone doesn't, I'll just pick like the fastest South rate golf club, and then I will just package it for you guys. So that way you can see, because it will probably sell sometime this week. And it'll already be prepackaged. This honestly doesn't even need bubble wrap. So we're just gonna, well, I guess I could get kind of crushed and morphed a little bit. So we'll just do it like a regular pair of sunglasses. Why not? My COGS is 28%. Is 28%. 50K last year. Box resizer on eBay is like $7. Yeah. He's gonna get a box cutter. Why? Daniel, you're free to run your business however you'd like to. Plenty of ways to skin a cat. So we got 8x6. This is this over 4 ounces? Nope. Yep, it's just over 4 ounces. So we're gonna go to 8 ounce rate. $4.44. This is going to zone 6. It's going to Chicago. Hey, J-Ride, would you ever do a stream where you review subscribers' stores? Unfortunately, and I say this with a lot of love, that doesn't help. Many YouTubers have tried this, and all it ends up doing is people get offended because we tell you, hey, your prices are too high or your shipping policies are incorrect. And what it does is it instead of teaching you to fish, it's just giving people the fish. So like when YouTubers do store reviews for people, it's never beneficial for anyone, unfortunately. Let's see here. There's a few YouTubers that do it, and it leads to a lot of people getting offended and unsubscribing. It also leads to people, unfortunately, people, it's like, they say, oh, I say, hey, you have these glasses listed for too much. I would mark them down $3. So you mark these glasses down $3, but that doesn't teach you how to price the rest of your items. And while I am describing how you should price your items while reviewing the rest of your store, people don't understand how to actually price the items because they're just focusing on the individual items in the store review. So what's much more valuable, $25 for a broken DVD VCR combo player. Let's see. We just got an offer on Mercari. No, No, that's free shipping. I can't do that. Gotta be at least $30 chance. Okay. Lost my train of thought. What's up, brother? Almost didn't catch you live again. When sourcing, how much time do you spend at each store? Usually about the first store, I'm there for like 20 minutes. And then the other stores, I'm there for about 15. All right. Let's get these ones shipped off. Been talking a little too much. Oh, those are the American optical sunglasses. Frames only. They sold for $15. Let's go back. 4 ounces. Awesome. You were speaking about what's a better alternative and more valuable than YouTubers doing store reviews. Oh, what's better than doing store reviews is actually seeking out the knowledge through videos. So I have I have 1 hour-long episode. YouTube video that's a deep dive on how to sell on eBay. And then I have a part 2 on that. And then a ton of eBay. And then there's just so much information about how to succeed on eBay and reselling that spending 40 hours watching those videos, so just doing research and doing what's necessary to succeed every single day is going to be far more valuable than having a 20-minute store review. Because people really rely on the store reviews, and the store reviews really actually don't help people significantly. But what helps people significantly is showing up every day, consuming valuable content and learning. I got this shirt from Costco for $1.98, new with tags. I've sold like 9 of them for $25 plus shipping. This one, I only got $13 plus shipping. Just because, honestly, I'm sick of looking at them. I hate reselling clothing. I don't like it. So I'm kind of exiting clothing. I've said this a lot, and I'll say it again. I don't buy items. I buy fast sell-through rate. So I'm still obviously going to pick up articles of clothing, but I'm not building a clothing store. So if items don't have an 80% sell-through rate or higher, I'm willing to pick up some 60% sell-through rate items. I don't pick them up. But on clothing, I only pick up items that have at least 100% sell-through rate. Because the market for clothing is one of the fastest changing. It's very trendy. Brands can come alive, be worth a ton of money, and then immediately 6 months later, like Cool, KUHL, awesome example of this. I sold like 4 of their shirts for $70 each. Just very simple short sleeve hiking shirts. Now they sell for $25, which is still great. If you find a cool shirt for $4 to $8, pick it up. But a year from now, those cool shirts will probably be selling for about $18 and then $14. And then it'll eventually, So I focus more on hard goods because their sell-through rates are far more consistent because they're harder to obtain. Less of them are donated. Less of them are donated in great condition when they are donated. So hard goods retain their sell-through rates significantly better than clothing does, especially nowadays when we're in fast fashion. And yeah, there's that. What's next? I think we have some sort of Bose cable or something. We've got this video game right here. This sold, I listed it this morning and it sold this morning for a whopping $5. I got this in a video that I will be posting on JRide Picks, I believe. Let's see, what day is it today? Is today Wednesday? Holy cow. What day is it? Yeah, today's Wednesday. I'll probably be posting that JRide Picks video on Friday, where I got this for $1 and sold for $5 plus shipping. Made a little bit of money on the shipping, so probably made about $4 on this bad boy. And let's see. Looks like it's going to end up taking me about 3 minutes to ship this. It took me 3 minutes to buy it, and it took me about 40 seconds to list it. So if you add all that up, even though it's only a profit of what, $3.50, it's still like, I don't know, $25 an hour, which is less than I make per hour. So that is a price cut for me. But when you add it together with everything that I sell, it's worth it. Those usually weigh about 6 ounces, so I'm just going to put 8 ounces for the rate, and 8 by 6. Yep, that ended up being about 6 ounces. $4.55. And this is going all the way to Nashville, Tennessee, which is 2,200 miles away from St. George, Utah, where I reside. Forgot to hit print. Lowballers are consistently the same people who return and give bad feedback. How do you deal with this? So a lot of people don't like my answer. I understand that 1 out of 20 items will get returned. So it's just numbers and science. There's no emotion involved in it whatsoever for me. I know that about my return rate is about 4.5%. So 1 in 20 items are coming back. I have that calculated into my business plans, so it emotionally doesn't affect me because I've already factored it into my profits and costs. How to deal with that? I would recommend understanding your true return rate and doing the same as I have. I do recommend making business as emotionless as possible. We are emotional creatures. So when you have a $400 return, you're going to be bummed. When you have a $400 sell, you're going to be excited. But my goal is to feel the same when I get a $5 sell as a $50 sell, and then try to feel the same at a $50 sell as I do as a $500 sell as a sell. Same with returns. If I have a big return or a small return, I just understand that that's the game. That's the game that we play every day. The man Clan says he just sold a Guitar Hero for $85 this morning because he watches my video. Nice. I only have one Guitar Hero guitar right now, and it's not a great model. Those go really fast, so usually I sell them within a week of finding them. We're just here grabbing a box for these cables. I'm just gonna throw them in a polymailer. There's nothing like breakable about this, so. Guys, after my surgery, I've been working out. And I've only had Mountain Dew twice in the last 35 days. And then my wife just got me Mountain Dew. Which I'm grateful for. It looks like it's going to be Mountain Dew 3 times in the last 35 days. So that means I am drinking Mountain Dew on average every 11 days. I think that's a great work life. I think that's a great balance. Great lifestyle balance of being healthy and also enjoying some good stuff. Sorry, this sticky was taking forever. All right, I believe this is going to be 1 pound and 9 ounces. Ooh, 1 pound and 8 ounces. Oops, forgot to put in the dimensions here. All right, that is going to be $7.09 for UPS or $8.02 for USPS. I gave my mom the day off, and I think she forgot because she just pulled up. So, we'll talk to her real quick. All right, next up. Next up, we have a Poshmark order of 5 pairs of glasses. Did you? Oh, okay. Thanks. All right, let's head over to my Poshmark closet. Bought 5 pairs of severely scratched eyeglass frames. So we're going to wrap this. And then 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 we shall go find a box. See if you guys have any questions. I also sold my daughter's Wii drum set and included a guitar, and that was a big profit. Thanks, Jacob. Yeah, those that stuff all sells really well. $5 in bubble wrap. Who are you buying your bubble wrap from? It's an outrageous price, hermano. That's a little too big. This looks like it would be perfect. Might be a little too small. We'll see. Yeah, if 7 squares of bubble wrap is costing you $5, definitely need to look around a little bit, folks. Sweet, this box is actually perfect. Just need some tape ski. Even if you were overcharged at Staples, if you're getting overcharged at Staples, I still don't think 7 sheets is $5. Could you imagine? Like that guy, he's just like trying to make a point that like I should use more boxes, because it's costing me the same anyway or something. But let's see. Could you guys imagine if this was $5? Wow, that would be nuts. We would all be close to out of business. Well, the majority of us would, because a lot of businesses operate on only making like a few cents per item. Oh, sorry, I forgot to push this back. A lot of companies only operate on like a 17-cent margin. But the average reseller, we couldn't do that, right? So yeah, we'll print this one off in a second. Let's go grab those few things that sold during the live. So in the last hour and 24 minutes, we've had 3 sales and an offer that almost went through. Sold this on Mercari for $70 plus shipping. It's a nice little fossil wallet. Let me grab my other phone so I can see what else I sold. Did you guys lose me? Are you still there? Oh yeah, the man claw. You can totally put eBay tape on a Poshmark order. Yeah, I put whatnot tape on eBay orders. I put eBay tape on Amazon orders. Like, it doesn't matter. It's just tape. Okay, I'm back. Okay, sweet. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was coming in here to grab my other phone. Also, this doTERRA thing just barely sold. This sold on Mercari, just barely, for $20. And then, let's see, these eBay. We have some Nike shoes. I still have an auction from Saturday that hasn't been paid for. Yeah, get used to that. That's part of the business as well. Like one out of 30 buyers won't actually pay for an item. So you just have to wait 4 days and relist it. I also don't recommend doing auctions. I recommend doing everything buy it now. All right. Amongst all of these, we sold a Cuisinart one. The Cuisinart 11 DLC-8. This is the... Let's get the Nike shoes first. Hi guys. Sold these Nike shoes for like 36 bucks, I think, plus like $15 in shipping, so $50. They're brand new, so that means someone got them for like, in the Nike store they're probably 80, so they got them for $30 off, which is great. That's what you should expect on eBay, by the way. People go on eBay, especially for new things, they can get them at a deal. All right, let's find this Cuisinart head. I believe is it right here? Nope. This is the most unorganized part of my business, is these kitchen appliances, because I've been picking up a lot more of them lately. And I hate the cold. My garage has been very cold all winter. And so I'm waiting for it to finally heat up. But yeah, you know what? That doesn't even need to ship until tomorrow, and neither does those Nikes. So I think we've been going for an hour and 28 minutes. I think I'll just kind of hang out with you guys for 30 minutes or so, and then we'll get out of here. So I'll ship all of this stuff tomorrow. Let's get my chair back in here. Yeah, so we went very slow. We went very slow and did what? 22 orders? 21? Something like that. We did about 20 orders in just under 90 minutes. Going extremely slow and taking our time. But yeah, I'm sure a lot of people disagreed with how I ship, which is perfectly okay. You guys need to run your businesses the best way you guys see fit and what's best for you guys. Are you getting a mini split? I don't know what mini splits are. Let's head over to StreamYard. Okay, sweet. All right, I think we can just hang out for 15 or 30 minutes and I can answer any questions that you guys have. These are the treats my wife got me. How nice of her. Yeah, if you guys have any questions about eBay, about Poshmark or Mercari, any questions about reselling, thrift stores, anything like that, you can go ahead and put them in the comments and we will get to them. But yeah, go ahead and ask me any questions about reselling and we'll get to them. I'm sure I have a ton of questions here, so I'm going to scroll up, see if I can find any. How many of you guys were shipping with me? Or how many of you guys were listing or getting some work done? Let me know in the comments, because this was designed for you guys to kind of listen while you work and all that stuff. All right, looks like we got a ton of questions, so let's go ahead and answer them. Thought you were trying to not drink Mountain Dew. Yeah, you must have just barely hopped in here. I've drank Mountain Dew 3 times in the last 35 days. I think that's a pretty good balance. So once every 11 days is pretty good. And Kodak Easy Share sells really fast. Yeah, all the digital cameras sell pretty dang well. Kodak is on the lower end. It's not going to sell as fast as a CyberShot or a PowerShot from Sony CyberShot or Canon PowerShot. But yeah, those sell really well as well. Oh, I usually have this right behind my computer. I tilt that down. And then boom. Okay, sweet. All right. Been a little distracted. Let's dial in here. What do you think about buying luxury brands from websites that sell them for a lower price? Are these profitable? Not usually. It's a very, very tough game. And even though they claim they're authentic, sometimes those authentic bags fail verification from eBay and even Poshmark. So that's definitely a game that you have to be. I wouldn't recommend getting into that game unless you already have a net worth of $1 million. If you have a net worth of $1 million and you run into issues, you're going to have the capital to stay alive and to better your systems and processes, so that way they will become valuable, become very valuable. But if you are just doing this as a side hustle or you don't have a savings account really whatsoever, I would not recommend doing that at all. How do you increase eBay sales quickly? That is my whole YouTube channel. So start with my most popular video. I think it's the ultimate guide for selling on eBay in 2024 or something like that. That's literally what my channel is dedicated to. Do you cross-list everything you list on eBay? I currently do. So what I do is I have 1,500 or so items on eBay, and I cross-list everything to Mercari, and then I cross-list all clothing and accessories to Poshmark. But I think 1 year from now, I won't be using Poshmark. I think maybe even 6 months from now, I won't be using Poshmark. I'm getting out of clothing, and then I'm only going to be picking up fast sell-through rate clothing items. Once I'm picking up those fast sell-through rate items in clothing, I'll only list them on eBay and Mercari, and they'll sell quick enough that I won't have to cross-list to Poshmark. Poshmark, you can't control the shipping prices, and and they charge 20%. So I sold a jacket on Mercari for $204, and they took like $45, which is a lot. So on eBay, they would have only taken probably like $29, and on Mercari they would have taken $0. So yeah, 20% is a lot. 20% and not being able to make money on the shipping is a lot for sure. Is it okay to use Amazon boxes to ship eBay? Absolutely, I do it every single day. Every single day. Yeah, you can just don't ship things in alcohol referenced boxes. Don't ship things in medical equipment boxes, and you're good to go. But yeah, you can ship a Coca-Cola bottle in a Pepsi box. You can ship anything on Mercari using eBay tape. I do it every single day. It's fine. Sorry, I'm just having a little snap. Let's see here. When setting up an account, do you set up as personal or business? Either or, doesn't matter. I don't even know what mine is. I think it might be. I think it was like a personal. I converted it into a business eventually. But yeah, either or. Why does the buyer get the eBay shipping discount? I figured the discount favors the seller to compensate for time and materials. You have that set up to give them the discount. So type into Google how to give buyer eBay discount on shipping, and then just apply the opposite for you as the seller, and you'll be able to unclick that. Sounds like a good drink through rate. That was awesome. Congratulations, Sam. That was awesome. Let's see. Been listening away while listening. That's what I'm talking about. You guys are talking about the Amazon boxes. Working on listings. Appreciate you, your content, and the live. Hey, appreciate that, Jennifer. A mini split is an AC and heater. Oh, no, I just the weather's great where I live, so like I'll just reorganize my garage when it's in the 70s for 2 months. And that'll be great. Which starts like honestly today. Kodak sales, but for less money. I just sold a Sony Cybershot. Yeah, Sony and Canon digital cameras are like tier 1. Tier 2 is Olympus and Nikon, and then tier 3 is Kodak. You can throw in Minolta, and then another tier which still gets sales and still gets you a decent amount of money, but nothing huge, would be Vivitar and Polaroid digital cameras. The land cameras do great, but the Polaroid digital cameras are like the bottom tier. On eBay, do you ship internationally? If so, do you not ship to specific countries, and why not? Yeah, I do international shipping, and I have every country that I can selected as yes. I ship in international shipping. I ship everything to eBay in Chicago, and then they ship everything out from there. And if there are any returns or issues, then eBay takes care of it, and they use their money, not my money, which is awesome. There was a bunch of people on eBay saying that there was a bunch of people on YouTube that said that international shipping like destroyed their stores. I don't know anything about that. It wasn't my personal experience or anecdote, and there's no like real data supporting that it did. Many people were having the same sales or better sales when they turned on international shipping, and then some people were having significantly less sales when they turned on international shipping. I can't speak to that affecting sales, but what I can tell you is since I've turned on international shipping, my sales have increased. There was this huge conspiracy and jargon that turning on international sales like destroyed your store. Now I think that isn't the case anymore. Now I think everyone is pretty much on the international sales wagon. But yeah, if you want extra sales, turn on international shipping. And I get excited every time I get an international sale, because then I know that that won't be a return, which is awesome. How do you respond to rude buyers when they contact you before requesting a return? I remove emotions from my business. So if someone says, "Thank you so much, this order went smoothly," or "You're an idiot, refund me now," that's the same thing to me. So I know that's very difficult because we are emotional creatures, and it is very, very important to have emotions and experience feelings throughout life. It's something that I'm actively working on as an individual. But yeah, when it comes to business, make everything as emotionless as possible, and just say, "Oh, sorry to hear about that. Send the item back, and we'll send you a refund." And then if they like keep trying to argue with you or like belittle you, just stop messaging them and then refund them when you get the item back. Sorry, I need to stop eating while I'm doing a live. How many thrift stores do you hit per day? I live in a small town, so I have one really awesome thrift store that I go to daily. And some days that's all I go to. Other days I go to 2 other small mom and pop shops here in town, but those are only worth going to like twice a week. I also travel to Las Vegas. I'm probably going to go there this weekend, still thinking about it, where I hit as many thrift stores as I can. So right now the answer is like 1.5 per day. When I move to northern Utah, I will go to 6. My plan is to go to 4 every single day. Yep, every day I'm going to go to 4 very large thrift stores, maybe even more, just depending. But yeah, I'm really excited for that move because there's a ton of thrift stores and a ton of good product up there. If eBay is telling me it's okay to ship the item, it's truly safe and paid for, right? This is my first $500 sale, and I'm a tad nervous. It's legit. Sorry, could you rephrase that a little bit differently? Because I don't understand if there's a question. Like, I don't understand the question. If eBay is telling me it's okay to ship the item, it's truly safe and paid for. So I yeah, I don't completely understand what you're saying, but yes, you can ship that $500 item, but the responsibility is still on you to get it there safely. So if you don't package it well and it breaks, then you're held accountable for that. What you can do though is you can insure the package. So package it well and then click the box that says, would you like to insure this for $39 or $26 or whatever it is? If you insure it, then you will be protected if it breaks in transit. Oh, I saw your other comment. You're just nervous that the buyer is legit. So I would definitely just insure the package just in case. But eBay, a lot of people get really upset with my answer to this as well, because you have to understand that there's no guarantees in life whatsoever. So there is a small chance that you're out of luck on this $500 transaction. That's the risk of being a business owner or doing a side hustle. There is inherent risk every single day in every single transaction that you do. But yeah, one of the worst case scenarios is that they send you back the item in a broken condition, and you refund them $250. That's probably that's like worst case scenario. So in that instance, you still, after shipping and fees and everything, you still make over $150, but you don't make the $380 that you made in the first case. But package it correctly, ship it out just like any other item. Make sure you do everything correctly. The overwhelming majority of the time, you just make your $500 and it's nice. I don't know if you guys know Osborne to Thrift. Really cool guy. He used to make YouTube videos. He doesn't anymore. He sells things. He sells electronics. They go for $1,200, $4,000. A few months ago, he sold something I think for $9,900, $10,000, and then on day 31, after 31 days after it was delivered, he did a story on Instagram, and he's like, happy can't be returned day. I my money is secured. So there's always that risk that that someone will return it. But yeah, you're gonna be fine. You are most likely going to be fine. Let's see. I'm just starting out with eBay. Should I spend the money for a store or wait till I get some sales first? Yeah, just wait. Just you can do 200. I believe they change their promotions every week. I think currently you can do 250 items for free. So I would get a store around 200 items. At 200 items, because every 30 days your items relist and it counts towards your 250. So if you have 125 items and 0 of them sell in 30 days, all of those get relisted. So now you have 250, and now you're going to be charged you're going to be charged 25 or 40 cents on your next item that you list. So if you have like 190 and you're selling 5 every day and you're listing 10 every day, you're quickly going to get over 250 because you're already at 190. Then you're going to list your 10, and then those 190 that have been over 30 days, they're going to start stacking on top of each other. And so a 190 item store is really like a $340 item store, if that makes sense. I was explaining this to my parents the other day because they just started their eBay journey, which is awesome. They're doing amazing. But yeah, they had trouble understanding this as well. And my phone is at 10%. So we're gonna plug this bad boy in. All right, let's see here. What would you guess the quantity of items in a store needed to obtain 50K in yearly profit? Impossible question to answer, but I will anyway. You have to understand a lot of different numbers, and I talk about these numbers on my channel all the time. So let's do 50, oh man, 50K a year in profit. All right, I'm going to give you one scenario, and hopefully this scenario teaches you how to do it in multiple different scenarios, okay? So we need $50,000 divided by 365 days. You need to make $136 a day. I hope this doesn't sound arrogant, but that is pretty easy and obtainable. You can make $136 a day on eBay. You really can. So you need to make $136 a day. After you understand how much okay. All right, I'm sorry. I can't do this here. Go type into YouTube. Do I still have it called that? Go to my channel and search for if you make $100,000 a year on eBay, keep scrolling. I think it has like 7,000 or 8,000 views. It's pretty low on my channel. You have to swipe through a lot. But type in, if you make $100,000 a year on eBay, keep scrolling. In that video, I teach you how to come up with that with numbers and data and science and math. So watch that video and then ask yourself that question, and then you can actually tell yourself that answer. It'll tell you this is how many items you need to list per day, this is how many you need to sell per day, this is what profit margin you need, this is how much you need to buy them at, how much you need to sell them at. Go watch that video. That's just there. I would need to ask you like 17 other questions to be able to answer that accurately. Mike says 750 to 1,000, but if you have 1,000 Frank Sinatra cassettes, you will only make $900 a year. If you have 1,000 iPhones and Apple MacBooks, you will make $2.5 million a year. So yeah, way too many variables. I was working my full-time job while listening to you. I will be going home to do my eBay thing in a few hours. That's what I'm talking about, Brian. Good luck to you. I'm listing while I watch. How do you list all the built-in battery electronics? For example, wireless headphones. Do you charge for hours and then play them for hours to see if the battery lasts? Hey, thanks for dropping that video in there, Biscuit Butt. Really appreciate you. No, yeah. So for the headphones, I just have, whenever I get batches of them, I just have them all charging, and then I just listen to a song with them, and I can tell if the left has less battery, has less audio quality than the right. But no, I get, oh man, I'm like stuttering almost. Fun fact, I stuttered when I was 3 to 4 years old, and the first day of preschool, my stutter went away because all I needed was attention from a lot of people, and maybe that's why I do YouTube. No. So yeah, so I don't listen to see if they hold for 3 hours. That would just be wild. So every once in a while, I will get a return saying like, hey, this only had like a 20-minute battery life. That has happened once. And then one person, I sold a vintage iPod from like 2004, one of the first ones. And they said this only had a battery life of 2 hours, so I'm returning it. Like, wow, what did you expect from something that old? What was your expectation on that? Solomon, you've asked similar questions every single live, and I tell you the same answer every time. So I really want you to hear me out on this one. Go to eBay, type in men's shirt, and then filter to $30 plus. You're going to see brands that sell for $30 very consistently. Then you're going to search those brands, and you're going to see how many are sold and how many are listed. And that is going to teach you how to fish instead of giving you a fish, and you're going to make significantly more money. I also have a video called How to Know What Items to Source Before Entering a Thrift Store. That video will also teach you how to do it. I saw a video of a person claiming to go to a discount store and scanning their UPC codes, looking it up on Amazon, and claims to make X money of profit. Does this seriously work, or did you get stuck with a ton of unwanted items? Do you also resell? Yeah, this works. People make millions of dollars a year doing this. Some people make $40,000 a year doing it. Some people make $250,000 doing it. It just depends on how. It really just depends on how good of a business person you are and how you're able to deal with adaptation and adversity. So there's no such thing as an actual get rich quick scheme unless you buy into a crypto that's super low and then it just magically pumps and then you pull out before it comes down. That happens every once in a while. But yeah, if you want to make money doing anything, you have to be better than 9 out of 10 people doing it. So yeah, 10% of people make a ton of money doing that, but you have to understand the concept called race to the bottom. And you also have to understand that there's a lot of returns on Amazon that could impede you from continuing. There's a lot of gates on Amazon. So you can't sell DVDs on Amazon until you've done like $100,000 in sales. Sometimes they let you in sooner than that, but like that's called a gate. So a lot of categories on Amazon are gated. Also on Amazon, people are selling new products, and in business, it's sink or swim. So your competitors will report you. So Amazon disbands your account, kicks you off the platform. Things like that are happening all the time too. So there's a ton of people that make a ton of money doing that on Amazon and eBay. And there's a ton of people that do that lose a ton of money because they aren't able to roll with the adaptations and the adversity that comes with it. And that's across all industries. You can make millions of dollars a year knocking on doors and saying, hey, can I mow your lawn for $25? Millions of dollars a year. There's also people that try that and don't have the heart to stick with it. There's people that make millions of dollars a year selling snow cones. It's the same across all industries. When you have a return on eBay, does eBay refund the fees and promoted listings on fees with the return? Yes. So like if you have like a $25 return, when you hit return, they'll show you, hey, you refunded like $21.36, and then eBay refunds the other $3.80 or whatever it is that you paid for in fees. Jake, how do you test digital cameras that don't have AA batteries? I test them with all of these batteries. So yep, you just gotta acquire all the batteries necessary over time. You can just get the cheap ones from China. So I've spent like $200 on miscellaneous batteries that I use every single time I get new cameras that need to be tested. Where do you get bubble wrap? I type into eBay bubble wrap and I buy the first thing that is set an appropriate price. Starting my new eBay today, only listing 2 a day because I don't have much money. Is that okay to do? Also, is it best to take pictures at night or day? Having problems with shadows. Yeah, that's great. 2 a day is awesome. So it's called scaling. So just start off with what you can, and then you'll get more capital. And then with that capital, you can scale your business. The first step to scaling a business is using that money to buy more profitable inventory to list. Then once you have that, where you have more money than you can find profitable items, then there's different ways to scale your business. And we'll talk about those as you continue to grow, Johnny. But I'm pumped. I think you're going to do great in this business. Just do 2 a day until you start making more money. And then you can do 3 a day, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20, whatever your capital and whatever your sourcing permits. You guys are having some conversations in here. 4.12 pounds ordered on Poshmark. Do I need to upgrade the shipping level? Thank you. Nope, it's under 5 pounds. If it was 5.1, then you would need to upgrade it. But yeah, if anything below 5 pounds, you're good to go. Carry it home sells only jeans. Why not you? Carry it home is great. Yeah, that's a Coca-Cola sells soda. Why does Tesla sell cars? You know, that's the question you just asked me. Just think about that for a second. Your thoughts about 15-day free returns instead of 30? The reason why most people do 30-day free returns is so that they can get the what's it called? Top rated seller and top rated seller plus, so they can save money on the fees. Yeah, 15-day return sounds nice. Most major companies and the industry and as a whole for e-commerce is pushing for 14-day returns. So what I would do for my store is I would stick with 30-day returns until the industry moved to 14-day, and then I would move to 14 or 15-day. But I think that you could also move to 15-day right now, whatever you deem best for your business. Also, shout out to Carry at Home. Carry at Home is an awesome channel. The new up and coming reselling YouTuber. I really like her stuff. She's cool. Did the zero seller fees update automatic? Is it automatic or is it just applied to new listings? Did you do the update for 1,000 listings to get zero fees? So I once they put that out, I immediately put all of my items on a discount, and that updated them. So yeah. They said that they're going to be rolling that out over the next few weeks. So they're probably doing batches of like 10,000 listings at a time. So if you just update them on your own, then that will apply immediately. But if you don't, then some of your listings will have zero fees while others still don't. So I would just update all your listings. Whenever you say you live in a small town, I can't help but laugh. 500 population town, gang. Yeah, 500 is small, like extraordinarily small. Oh yeah, my town. I in the reselling thrifting world, a small town in my eyes is a town that has one big thrift store or none. So yeah, my town has a population of about 65,000, and it's growing. It's growing very rapidly. This won't be a small town soon. But yeah. Hey Jake, you don't do flea markets? I don't sell at flea markets, but I go to flea markets and I buy from them. There's no flea markets in my small town, but I go to Vegas and I go to their flea markets. I have a few flea market videos on my JRide Picks channel. Archie Biscuit Butt, if you're still here, if you could pin that in the chat, that would be awesome. Or Shane, if you're here, if any of my mods are here, if they could put my JRed Picks channel in the comments, that would be awesome. In buyer's eyes, priority shipping is faster than Ground Advantage or UPS. So if we both have the same guitar, mine will sell faster than yours. Yeah, it's true. Reselling via eBay, Depop, Grailed, opening up a storefront versus using your home, pros and cons. Wow, you could make a whole YouTube channel about that. I definitely recommend following Tech and Sports. He only does eBay, but he also has a storefront, and he uses both. I would recommend both. I would recommend just copying Tech and Sports. What he does is he sells all of his good stuff on eBay, and then everything that isn't eBayable, he puts in his storefront. So like eBay is very brand intensive. You can sell things that don't have a brand very often on eBay, but it's much easier to sell on eBay if it's branded. So I've heard Tech and Sports talk about on many of his videos. If he gets like a cool shirt that has like Mustangs. Oh, we just got a counter offer for some sunglasses at Poshmark. Like if he finds a shirt that has like cool Mustangs, or maybe it has like motorcycles and skulls, but it doesn't have a brand on it, then he'll just put it in his storefront for $5, $10, $15, whatever. I don't know what his pricing model for his storefront is, but that's what you can do too. Put your fast moving stuff on eBay, and then put your slower but still worth it things in your storefront. Also, you can, if things aren't selling as quickly on eBay for the price that you want, then you can take them off of your eBay store and you can liquidate them in your storefront. Also, another great person to follow on Instagram is Yesterday's Fits. Sorry. He lives in Las Vegas, and they have a storefront right across the street from UNLV. Awesome guy, an awesome store, an awesome Instagram account. You could learn a thing or two from following them as well. Here's my scenario. Buyer pays shipping. How do I generate my own label? I.e., if I overestimate the size and dimensions, but want to generate labels based on actual size, weight, once packaged. Does that make sense? Yeah, that's what I do every single day on eBay. So if you over or underestimate anything on it's Jennifer, have you ever sold anything on eBay? Sounds like you may not have. Because right before you ship things, you just put in the actual dimensions and the weight, and then it calculates how much it costs. So if that didn't answer your question, then ask it again another way. What's the sell-through rate on jeans? Typically below 6%. Now, what's the sell-through rate on a really expensive pair of jeans? It's hard to get. Probably 700%. That's our job to figure out the difference. That's a great explanation about the store. I've been trying to justify getting a store, I think, next month, and I'm going for it. That's what I'm talking about. How quickly do you send offers on newly listed items? If you have a watcher's first day, do you send offers or wait a bit? Absolutely. Every morning I wake up and I send as many offers as eBay will allow. Then around lunchtime, I will send as many offers as eBay will allow. And then before I go to sleep, I will send as many offers as eBay will allow. It doesn't matter if items have been listed for a day, 10 days, or 100 days. If I can send an offer, I send it. Please make sure the customer paid on that $500 item first. Yeah, for sure. Let's see. What is the camera that you are using to make your photos or listings? I'm using my iPhone 15 and also my iPhone 14 Max. Ooh, I haven't showed you guys my stock portfolio. Today, wow, that's rare. Today I broke even. My stock portfolio went down 0.00%. It went down 19 cents, which is super rare. That's like so wild. But it didn't go up or down today. It was actually flat. That never happens. Wow. Oh, after hours. Oh, now I'm only down 9 cents. That's funny. That's funny. Hey, Jake, would you pick up a new weight for 40? That's what it goes for in the first in my area. I just did a video on that on my JRide Picks channel. I usually only pick them up for 15 or less. Ping. I'm now on the shipping discount setting page. Oh, sorry, you guys are having a conversation. I have a full-time job and do eBay reselling part-time. I have a listing goal of 3 per day, 6 or 7 days a week. Sometimes good stuff, Lego. Keep that up. Hey, J-Ride, will you ever be doing an electronics repair and troubleshooting series? It would be extremely helpful. Sometimes I get items that are almost 100% functional, but have to sell for parts. Yeah, I could do that, but what's even better is to just look up each individual model number on YouTube. There is a test and fix video for everything, especially the things that are worth money on eBay. So if you test this, love spam calls. If you get this and you put a DVD in and it works, and then you put a cassette in and it doesn't work, type into YouTube Magnavox MWD 2206 broken, and then boom, you will see 50 to 700 videos on how to fix the VCR component. Step 1, if that doesn't work, step 2, if that doesn't work, step 3, if that doesn't work, step 4. So I probably will never do that series just because there's millions of videos on how to fix these electronics. So next time you get one of those, test it, and if you run into something that doesn't work, then we just sold another watch on Mercari, sicko mode. Then yeah, just look up each individual model number on YouTube. Let's see. Why does eBay push FedEx so hard? I don't think they do. I don't feel like they do. Yeah. I don't feel like they do that much. I might be missing something. Things tend to sell in cycles. Are you noticing any items that you typically buy starting to slow down? I appreciate your content. It's been really, really helpful. Yeah, there's also, so there's a ton of different cycles. The most common one is seasonality. So yeah, jackets are slowing down significantly while shorts are picking up. Ski goggles are slowing down significantly while baseball bats and baseball gloves are speeding up. So that's like the biggest cycle is definitely the seasonality. But then there's also like, yeah, we can get into that another day. But yeah, there's a ton of different cycles that affect sales. 21JRide, 21JRIDE is my eBay store. Just got another Amazon return album. Yep. Thoughts about auctions on eBay. I don't do them. I only do buy it now. Auction is a good way to make a little bit less money but get your sales faster. So if you have something that sells for $100 and you put it on auction, the only reason why someone would buy it on auction is to get it for a little cheaper. So they see that they can buy it for $100 right now, but they also see, oh, it's only $46 right now on auction that's ending in 2 days. I'm willing to wait 2 days if I can get that for 30% off. So I'll go ahead and bid at $70. And then if I get beat out, then I'll just go buy it for $100. So I recommend just doing buy it now. I had a return to sender on a video camera. Buyer wants me to resend. How do I get him to repay for shipping? I would look up YouTube videos on that. I just have it set in my business that I just take care of all of that on my end. So I've never looked into actually like having that taken care of. I'm sure there's a ton of videos on that though. I was just curious about how the top 10% rated seller discount works. I've sold since 1999, never long enough to get top rated, but always 100%. Okay. It changes every day. But in order to have top rated seller, you need to have same day or next day shipping, and you need to have 30-day or longer free returns. If you have those two things and your metrics are good, you don't have a bunch of canceled orders or defects, then you get 10% off of your fees. So it doesn't mean you go from 13% fees to 3% fees. It means you go from 13% fees in this example to 12.7% fees. So if you have $100 in fees, then you only pay 90. Not if you sell something for $100 and you have 13% fees on that, then you would pay $13. But with 10% off, if you sell something for $100, instead of paying $13 in fees, you would pay $11.70 because you would save $1.30, which is 10% of 13 cents. That was a lot of numbers. Sweet. All right, guys. Well, we've been going for over 2 hours and we've made it to the end of questions. We had over 200 people in here at one point. Now it's down to about 166. So it seems like we've been going long enough. So I really appreciate everyone coming out here. I love you guys. Thank you guys for letting me live my dream of just talking on YouTube and just living my best life. If you guys haven't subscribed to the Reseller Island podcast, that's something that me and Sunny Las Vegas do every Monday. You can go ahead and subscribe there. And then also, if you haven't subscribed to JRide Picks here on YouTube, this is where I talk about how to be a better seller on eBay and stuff. If you want to watch me actually like find things at thrift stores and garage sales, if you want to watch me in the wild, go to JRide Picks. Appreciate all you guys. I'll see you guys later. See you, Andy Someda.